Hey guys, how's it going? It's Bronson from Fretz. Gonna give you a walk around here of your Road Trek Chase. Go around the outside, do a little 360 around, then we'll go on the inside, show you some features, how things operate and function. Any questions after, email, call. I'll be happy to help. So starting on the outside here, I'm gonna show you how you first fire up the whole system here so I can get going with opening things up, powering things on. You'll step inside. You'll notice everything is off in here. How you want to turn everything on, you've got a red switch here. Give it a click, and this touchscreen here is going to light up, and then your batteries are now engaged. So you've got a couple switches here. If you want to use the coach anytime, anywhere, you have to hit your battery 1, battery 2 switch that initiates the batteries. You also have to click on your inverter. That is then how your microwave, your outlets, you'll be able to run your air conditioner all right from here. I'm going to turn the AC on for myself here, but I'll show you all this. So again, whenever you want to use anything, come in here, flip this switch, battery 1, battery 2, turn your inverter on. You'll have to do that every single time. Now, if you're storing the units, if you're not going to be using it for days at a time, months at a time, make sure you flip this switch again so this all turns off, and then everything off in the coach will be off. So just making sure you're doing that. So I'm going to open up our awning. Since I'm going to go on the outside, you'll see here you have awning extend and retract. If you hold down the extend button, you have to hold the button. You'll find that your awning will then start. Oh, sorry, hold on. I got to wiggle it a little bit. Sometimes it takes a little wiggle on the awning itself if it hasn't been out for a little bit. And you'll notice the awning starts coming in. So that's how you're going to do your awning. Hold down the extend button. This will go until those arms straighten all the way out. If it's a very windy day, I would not suggest putting out your awning, as it has a built-in wind sensor, but again, they have their limitations and such. So on a really windy day, I would just leave it in. That's the awning extended all the way there. Close this door over. Power steps, those will go in and out with all the doors. I'm going to lift up down under here. You'll notice this is where your propane tank is going to be stored at. Now you're going to take this somewhere to get it filled up. You will not be filling this up by yourself. You can take it to campgrounds, they have fills, RV dealerships, even some gas stations nowadays. They're going to take that center cap off there in the middle, fill it up for you. Nothing that you have to worry about. There is an on-off dial right here. Just make sure if you're using the unit, that is rotated into the on position. You see that little yellow cap right there? Little rubber cap that pops off. You can have a little outside grill if you want to do that. That connects right up to the propane tank. This is held down by magnets when you then close it over. That's really all that's functional here on the passenger side. If you come around the back side, I want you to see if you're going to be hooked up to full water full-time somewhere, let's say you're at a campsite, at home you want to be hooked up, you can pop this cap off here. You're going to connect a hose right onto here. You'll tighten it on, turn the hose on, and you're good to go. It's a pressurized system, so the water goes right through to all the water lines. All you're doing is popping that cap off, hooking up your hose, turning it on, and then you're good to go. You're going to open up your back doors here. So on the back, I think we showed you at the show here, you've got this screen that drops down. You can undo the clips. There's a couple zippers on either end. And then that's how you can get your privacy shades for back here, where there's ventilation as well. Your tabletop mounts is right here. You're able to mount this either in the rear or in the front. I'll show you where the pole is stored. That will then tighten that table down to the floor, the leg, and then put that table on top. There's all the boards that you were asking about. So these boards, you're going to line up all along these ledges here. If you want to make one bigger bed, or if you want to fill your cushions in, you can drop a cushion right down into the middle here, and then your cup holder one you'll flip over, and you'll have one big bed space. Remember, these headrests do lift up so that you can have it propped up like so. Give it a pull up in the center, and then it drops back down. But again, put those boards across the whole middle here section on those ledges, and then you can fill in the middle if you would like a bigger bed. So right now I'm running off shore power. This is a 30 amp power cord that's going to come with you. It's going to go into a 30 amp outlet. This is how you're going to get power into the unit and run it off the plug. Now again, this has lithium batteries and inverter. You can run everything right off the batteries if you'd like to do so. But if you can plug in, that's great because it's charging the batteries. You're running off the shore power, and you don't have to worry about any, power depleting or anything like that. Let me come around the other side here. Let me get our key out for a second. Bear with me. Oh, I don't have a key set on here. Hold on a second. I know I got a key somewhere here for this. You've got an outside shower. You will have a key. It's going to be a little silver key. That's going to open this up. Rotate this over. Then you have an outdoor shower, hot, cold water with the hose right there. We'll leave this open for now. Drop that down. As we keep coming along here, this is going to be the back of your hot water heater. Now you can open up this panel. You'll find that there is an on-off switch right here. Right now the green LED is on. This means that your hot water heater is on from the outside. Now you have to go on the inside touchscreen panel, and I'll show you how you can actually turn it on from there. But if you want to use a hot water heater, you have to make sure it's on from here, and then you set your temperature from the inside, which I'll be sure to show you when we go inside. This is just the back of your furnace exhaust. So if you have the heat gun running, this will exhaust heat from here. I'm going to open up down below here. If you remember, I don't have the key for this, of course, the macerator hose. I know I took it out, made you hold on to it and such. There's a macerator hose in here on board that can pump out your waste. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull this hose out of here. There's going to be a little head nozzle on it. There's a little cap that you'll spin off of it. Put it into wherever you're dumping. Now what you're going to do is you have a gray handle here, and then you have a black handle over here for your toilet. You're going to pull your black handle out, have your macerator into your dump. Once you have that's all black handle pulled, macerator into the dump, you're going to hold down this button. This is going to be for your macerator. You're just going to hold it down, give it like 30 seconds or so. That's usually about how long it takes to dump out that black holding tank. Once that's done, you're going to push that handle right back in, and then you're going to pull the gray handle over here. You're going to pull that out towards you. Then you are going to come back over here, hold down your button until that gray tank is emptied out. Once you're done, make sure both handles are pushed in. Your macerator, you put the head in first and then wrap the hose in, and you're good to go. If for some reason the macerator is clogged or failing, you do have a way to gravity dump this system. You would get a sewage hose that take this cap off, hose on, rotate it over, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up this side valve that opens up the gate so that you can dump out of here. So when you do that, you're gonna do the same as you did the macerator. Pull the black, it will dump out from here. Once it's empty, push it in, then you will pull your gray handle, that will dump out your gray holding tank. Once that's all done, put your cap back on, and then you're good to go. You can close this up, give it a little lift, and then it clips right into place. For filling up your fuel, you're gonna open this door right here, regular unleaded gas. If you would like to pop your hood in the front, there's a lever right here. Push that down. That then loosens up under here. There's in the center, there's a little tab that you can pull to open this up. There's a rod there to hold this up, but you won't really have to do much under here. You'll fill your windshield washer fluid from right here. This is your coolant for the engine, your brake fluid. This stuff you're not gonna have to worry about. If you ever do need to jump start the engine, there's a positive terminal. Right, I flipped that down, it's locked. It's right underneath here. You can attach a positive onto there. Your negative will go right here onto this stud so that you can get a jump start. Other than that, you won't have to do anything in here. Dodge, a Ram dealer will be able to do any service work that you may need. So the outside is pretty straightforward. It's just your electrical hookup in the back, your water hookup over on the side. I do want you to see, if you decide that you want to fill your fresh water tank up that's on board, your 37 gallons, and take your own water with you, you're actually going to do it right into here. You'll take this cap off, put your hose in, fill it up. You'll know it's full because the water will start coming out here. And on the touchscreen also, you have a level reader that shows you how full that tank is actually going to be. So to bring your water with you somewhere, If you're not gonna be hooked up to water, you can fill it up into here, and you will need the water pump on, which I will show you where that's at, to get the water to come up out of this tank. If you want to swivel your seats or anything, you're gonna pull the corners up. There's one here. This corner here does the backrest. It will bring it up and down. The opposite corner of the seat, when you pull it up, allows the seat to swivel and turn around. Let's go on the inside here. So I'll go through your touchscreen because that's kind of the most important part. There's a screen here. This can unclip and zip down so that you can cover up this area. And then there's a magnet that you can still walk in and out of here. Countertop extension. This lifts up. A lot of people get confused on how to put this down. There's a couple of clips. There's one here that you push up right in the center, and one on this side. You have to do them both at the same time. So I'm gonna do this. I don't know that you'll be able to see. I'm just gonna set you here for a second. But you pull on both clips. You kind of pull up on the countertop, push both clips in, and then drop it down. Let's talk about the touchscreen here because this is kind of all the bells and whistles. This step on off switch, if you have it in the on position, will leave that step extended when this door closes, so you don't have to worry about it coming in and out every time if you're parked somewhere. If you start the engine, it will close by itself. It's a safety feature. But if you leave it off, that step will come back in and out every time that you open and close the door. So coming back up top here, your main home screen, that's lit up blue on the left here, that's what we're on. You have a master on-off switch for the lights, so you can hit off or on, or individually touch some lights if you'd like. If it's lit up blue, that means it's on. You have a quick climate control temperature adjustment here where you can touch the arrows, set your temperature. This is how you check your tank levels. Your fresh water, we do have a little bit in there because we test all the plumbing and appliances. Your gray and your black are reading empty. As those get full, you are going to want to empty those. And your propane we have filled up for you as well. Your Truma AquaGo for your instant hot water here, you can push that. Right now it says off. You either have the option to put it in eco mode or comfort mode. The difference is eco is a little more economical. The heater uses propane to heat up, so the eco mode isn't always keeping the water hot. It only gets hot when you start using the water. Comfort mode always has that water hot. The hot water heater is constantly running. It's always going to be hot the second that you turn on your hot water from a faucet to the shower, so it's instantly right there. It helps to save some water but uses more propane. Then you can set your temperature to whatever you like from here, or if you just want it off, leave it in the off position. Down below here you'll have a battery level readout, 13.5 volts. If that starts getting down to like 11.3, that's when you want to think about charging up the battery some other way. You'll either go for a drive, they'll charge in an hour and a half. You can start your engine with the ignition key, let it idle, in about an hour and a half. It will charge the batteries as well, just letting it sit there and idle. The solar will be charging the batteries as well, but that only keeps up so much. Or you could of course plug in and charge them up as well. You then have a lighting page. Again, you can individually touch lights on and off from here, whatever you'd like. There's a climate control page. Right now I have the air conditioner on. It says cool, that's lit up blue. I have it on low. You can leave it on auto. It will come on and off as it needs. There's a night mode, which is just a little bit more of a efficient way of running the air conditioner. It pretty much just runs it on low so that you're not using up too much power. Then there's a dehumidifying mode as well. If you want the heat on to be able to heat up the whole area in here if it's getting too cold at night, press your Truma Vario Heat, then hit your gas button, and then you can set your temperature from the dial that was back here. So if you want it off, just make sure you push this button again, hit save, and that turns off your heater. I'm gonna put the AC back on here so I'm not blowing myself out here. There's a settings page. There is a mobile app. You can scan this, put in the code, and you can actually run the majority of this coach off your phone. You can do the lights, your awning control, your climate control, as long as you're within like 25 yards of the unit. Network diagnostics. This is for the service guys. This would light up and let you know that there's something wrong. There would be a fault here. This is for them just to know what to work on if there's something going wrong. You got a cleaning mode that just blanks out the screen. Of course, we have to wait 15 seconds for that. But when you click that, cleaning mode blanks out the screen so that you can sit there and wipe it clean. We'll wait 5 seconds here for this to get us back to the screen here. There we go. Auto dimming will just dim the screen as it starts. You know, if it's waiting like 15 minutes, it will just go blank. You can adjust your screen brightness, set your time. I don't think it's 10, I think it's, let me see, I can't see what time. But this is what you're doing from here. I think it's like 4:35 or so. Actually, no, it's about 3:35. And that's it from there. So that's your whole settings page right there. This is kind of all the bells and whistles and stuff that you might get confused on and such. Your sink has the cover that you can remove. You'll be able to use this for hot and cold water for the sink. Your induction cooktop, you press the power button. You will need induction cookware. This will not start to heat up until you have an induction pan or pot on there. Then you can hit the minus or the plus for the temperature to be able to set that, and also set a timer for it. There's a light under here which will individually push on and off. Your microwave works like a standard microwave. Hit the time, you're ready to go. In this cabinet, that's where that leg is. So you're gonna put this end, the black end, into the floor. It fits into there, and then you're gonna tighten that black piece. You're gonna start screwing it on from the bottom, and that's when you're able to rest that tabletop on top of the pole right here. So take this out, plop it into the floor over there, and put your tabletop down, and then this is just hanging storage closet space as well. Up underneath here, this is where your TV is plugged into. Now there is an antenna on the roof, so if you push this button right here, it lights up red. If I turn this TV on now, you're gonna get local channels. So it's gonna do a channel search, get local channels. This is a smart TV, so if you're anywhere with Wi-Fi, you can connect it to that and use Netflix, whichever apps are on there. Storage up here. Your windows have these shades. That's a privacy one. You've got a bug screen one. You can put the privacy all the way over if you'd like. Either or, you have the option for that. Same with on this side, privacy. And that one's just privacy over there. More storage up above here. And then up above here. Now this is your solar controller for the solar panel on the roof. You don't have to do anything with this. It does its own job. It's always trying to trickle charge the lithium batteries that you have on board. So you just leave it there. Does its own job. You don't have to play with any buttons. It will do its own thing. In here you'll have a goodie bag, a Road Trek bag with manuals. That's an air compressor if you ever get a flat or anything like that. Your TV remote is down in there, just so you're aware of where that is. You'll have seat belts that are going to be lined up down below this seat. There's 3, so that you can buckle in anybody. Remember, there is storage underneath this side of the bed. That black bag right there is your window shades. Those shades, you have 3 for the front windows. One for the side, one for the front, and one for the other side, so that you can get privacy for those front windows. Push this button. You've got a pull-out pantry right here. All these buttons, make sure you have them pushed in when traveling to lock. Big storage underneath here. And there's also storage in the kitchen area. These cabinets all pop out here. Your fridge is a 12-volt fridge. That means that it will run right off the batteries. Freezer as well. With the inverter on and all that, you have to have the inverter to get everything started. There is a dial down here in the corner for turning it on and setting the temperature. So just remind yourself, if you want the fridge cold, set it from down there. It's probably going to get it cold when we get it here to you. My driver drops it off. The bathroom has an unlock down here. You pull it up, then you can slide your bathroom door open. Again, remember this pyramid, so you can put this clip into here. It'll give you a little bit of extra room that you can pyramid the doors. But your toilet has a foot flush. It will circulate water through. You have the sink, the shower head. There's a light. You push that button there, the black one, and that's your bathroom space. Now again, these seats do swivel around so that you can face this way on the corners. The chassis is pretty straightforward. up in the front there. But that's pretty much functionality of everything. You've got a carbon monoxide detector down there. You've got a fan up above your head here too. Let me just see here on the touch screen if there's a switch for that. Oh, you know what? It's all done from here. You hit the power button, up, down, and then set the speed. And then that fan will exhaust air from there. It's got a built-in rain sensor, so it will close up when it starts raining. You do also have the storage cubbies down below there, the drawers. You can pull on both of those handles at the same time to be able to open those. Under here, you've got, this is gonna be the back of your hot water heater. There's a control panel there for the Truma. You don't need to play with that one. That's just a master kind of switch there. That's for the hot water heater. You don't have to touch that one at all though, since it's all done right from the touch screen. Up there, they just have to put that secondary panel down under there. So it's pretty straightforward. Again, if you're not plugged in to shore power like I am now, you can still turn on your batteries, hit your inverter on, and then you're able to use absolutely everything in here. Just make sure you're keeping up with your battery level, not letting that get too low. You'll be good to go. And again, if you do go for a drive, if it gets too low, find somewhere to plug in or turn on the engine and just let it idle. That will charge it up as well. Storage up above the space there. So that's pretty much the basics. I'll get this over to you. I'm sure you'll still have some questions after the fact, so feel free to reach out, let me know, and I shall help you from there. All right, guys, congrats, appreciate it. I hope you have a bunch of fun with it.